Warlord and Kaleesh warrior General Grievous was hand-selected by the Sith Lord Count Dooku to undergo an experimental procedure that would put him on the level of Jedi as far as lightsaber combat. This experimental procedure, in fact, would later be used on the new Sith Lord Darth Vader, as many of the exact same droids were used in the same procedure. For Grievous, though, it did not go as well as planned. In order for Grievous to survive, much of his living tissue and organs were stripped away and replaced with cybernetics. The reason Dooku selected Grievous personally was he required a general to command all of his droid armies, and someone with experience. Grievous had grown so renowned on his homeworld that many of the inhabitants worshipped him as a demigod. Grievous also single-handedly, based on his combat skill alone, had taken over the entire planet of Kali. The scientist San Hill did not take the looks of Grievous into account when he was reconstructing him, unbeknownst to him that Dooku required using Grievous as the face of the Confederacy. Or at least Dooku at first wanted Grievous as the face of the Confederacy, but upon seeing him yet again, he was terrified at his new appearance. Grievous in fact had been stripped away and was now far more machine than a living being. Grievous was a monster, and he was terrifying even to Dooku. Upon seeing him, Dooku knew that his plans to make Grievous the face of the Confederacy had quickly fallen apart before his very eyes. When Dooku met Grievous for the first time, he presented him with his first ever lightsaber, a lightsaber that Dooku knew very well. Grievous's first lightsaber had originally belonged to the Jedi Master Sifo Dyas before he was personally killed by Dooku. Upon claiming the lightsaber, Dooku granted him the control over the entire droid army, to which surprisingly to Dooku, Grievous took huge offense. Grievous knew full well that he had become more droid than living being, and this angered him. Nothing would offend Grievous more than referring to him as a droid, and worse than this, making him the leader of all droids. After taking the lightsaber from Dooku, Grievous immediately used it to destroy both of the Magna Guards at his sides. At first, Grievous was quite defiant to Dooku, before Dooku displayed his true power in lightsaber combat as the two of them sparred for the first time. In this moment for Grievous, it became overwhelmingly evident that Dooku was in fact a Jedi Master, or at least a former one. Even more importantly than this, Dooku was the greatest swordsman Grievous had ever seen. By Grievous's own account though, Dooku was quite terrified by his own skill in lightsaber combat, as the computers almost mimicked the use of the Force in lightsaber dueling. This was in fact a huge advantage for Grievous, and one of the many reasons why Dooku allowed him among his company. Although Grievous did not look the way Count Dooku had desired, he was a terrifying creature and commander of the droid army. Dooku knew right away that he would terrify any Jedi that he came against, which was not the original intention for Grievous, but it was in fact the better option for him. But what are your thoughts on why Dooku was displeased with the way Grievous ultimately looked the first time he met him, but grew to believe it to be the better option? As always, thank you guys so much for watching. May the Force be with you, and have a great day.